Hello everyone, this is Hannah, and today we're going to be doing some work practicing with velocity. So the last time we met, we talked about a few things. We talked about the formula for velocity, which we said is V equals d over t, which means that an object's velocity is the distance it travels divided by the time it takes to do that travel. Now we're going to do some practice with velocity formulas today, and to do this you are actually going to need to spend some time outside looking for some interesting animals or creatures, and you're going to measure their motion, both the distance they travel and how long it takes them to do this. Now, to do this, you are going to need a few tools. One of them is a handy-dandy tape measurer. You should have a tape measurer in your student supplies. So in the pencil case, there should have been a tape measurer included there. Please note that your tape measure has two sides. One side has the distance measured in inches, and the other side has the distance measured in centimeters. You want to make sure that you are using the centimeter side, not the inches side. So in science, we're always going to use centimeters, not inches. This will also make your job much easier, because at the end of this, you're going to have to convert that distance into meters, and it's very easy to go from centimeters to meters, and a little bit harder to go from inches to meters. So if you want to go from centimeters to meters, all you have to do is divide by 100, because there are 100 centimeters in a meter. So if I measure something as being 50 centimeters, that's 0.5 meters, or half a meter. The second tool you are going to need is something to measure time with. And fortunately, your iPads have just the tool. So on the iPad, somewhere on there is a tool called Clock. And you are going to open up the app called Clock. If you open up the app called Clock, you will see at the bottom there's a bunch of different options, right? You could have it be on world clock or alarm or bedtime or stopwatch or timer. And what you want is the stopwatch feature. So make sure that you are set to stopwatch. If you are there, some important things to note. If you press that green start button, it will begin counting. And if you press the red stop button, it will stop counting, and you can use this to measure time. Please make sure that you never run while holding your iPad though. So just be reasonable. Please don't get me in trouble for destroying your iPads in the second week. I would prefer not to have people be angry at me. So what you are going to be doing is pretty simple. You're going to go outside and you're going to find 3 separate animals. By animal, I mean any sort of living creature. So this could be a pet. It could be a spider in your bathtub. It could be an ant crawling along your kitchen counter. It could be yourself. It could be a sibling. It could be a parent. Human beings are animals. We do count. So you're going to end up needing 3 separate animals. And for each of these animals, you are going to measure them as they travel a certain distance, measure out how far they went, and how long it took them to travel that distance. So see what time that took. To give you a sense of how this works, sorry about that, I am going to show you with my parrot, Saro. All right, I am here with Saro, and I have measured out my table from the halfway point to the very end, and it turns out that was 87 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Saro at the very end of this, and I am going to call her to the other side, and we will see how long it takes her to travel that distance. Step up, Saro. All right. And I press start. Over here, Saro. And when she reached the end, I pressed stop, and it ended up taking her 5.45 seconds. All right,